In Power BI, apps are a way for an organization to bundle a bunch of reports and dashboards together if they have sort of a common subject area. So if you've got several different reports for sales, you may have an app that sort of bundles them all together. So rather than having to keep 7 or 8 different links, you can just go to that one app and all of your sales reports and dashboards are in one place. So to get to apps, you're going to head over here from the home page. You're going to head over here. If your navigation pane is collapsed, you're going to expand it, and you're just going to head to the app section. Now, when you get here as a new user, you're not going to have any apps. So the first thing you're going to have to do is subscribe to apps. So to do that, you're going to head down here and find this Get Apps button and go ahead and click on it. Okay. So again, an app is a collection of dashboards and reports that are related to each other. And so within an organization, you're going to be allowed to look at certain apps because it's assumed that you have permissions to see the stuff in there. So it may be that if there's a HR app, that if you're not an HR, you may not be allowed to see it. But if you're, for instance, a sales rep, you may have access to the sales app. So right now I'm here, I'm looking at all the apps that I have access to. And notice each app has a little icon, a name, and a little description down there. So I'm going to start off by getting this sales app. And to get it, I'm just going to click on the Get It Now button. These little things will spin, and now I have access to that app. Why don't I show you that again just so you can see it? Let's get a couple apps. So I'm going to hit the Get Apps button one more time. I'm going to go down and say, all right, the sales app, I need that. I want to go look at reports related to sales. I may also, for whatever reason, care about reports and dashboards related to the help desk. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the Get It Now button for this help desk app. Watch those marbles spin, and one more time, just because we're going to need it for the later videos, I'm going to go ahead and get the tutorial app. The tutorial app has a report that's for tutorials, for working through Power BI. So I'm going to find the tutorial app, and if there's a whole bunch of these, I can head up here to the search bar and type in TU, and there you go, tutorial. Make my searching a little faster. Click on the Get It Now button. And just like that, I am subscribed to the app. Now, if I want to get rid of an app, right, all I got to do is hit the little trash can icon over the app. So if I click on it, it's going to say, hey, are you sure you want to get rid of it? I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel, but if you hit delete, it just leaves your list right there. Hey, don't worry, you're not actually deleting the app from your organization. You're just unsubscribing to it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel. Okay, so let's say that we've got these apps. What if we want to look at the content inside of them? So to go look at the Help Desk app, all you got to do is click on it, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that app. It takes me to the Help Desk app, and if you'll notice, up here at the top, we've got these breadcrumbs. So we've got our app section, the Help Desk app, and right now I'm in the Help Desk report, which is inside the Help Desk app. So up here on the top left, we can see the name of the app, and we can see all the different assets inside that app. In this particular case, we have one report with these 2 pages in it. So we've got our Help Desk report that both has a demand page, which shows things like, what are our different Help Desk tickets by type. And we've also got a performance page. So if I click on that, I'll go to the performance page and see all of our different performance metrics for our different offices, right? Okay, so if I'm done with this particular app, right, and I want to head back, there's a couple ways to do it. Probably the easiest is to hit this Go Back button, right? But if you want to, you could also head up here to the breadcrumbs and go from this little page that we're on right now all the way back to apps. So I'm going to do it this way just so you can see it. I'm going to click on apps, and sure enough, I go back to apps. So let's say that I'm done looking at the Help Desk app. I've done everything I care about with Help Desk information, and I want to go to the Sales app. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Sales app. Boom, and just like that, it takes me to the Sales app. Notice up here, again, we've got the breadcrumbs, right? We're in the app section. We're in the demo sales app, and we're in the morning coffee dashboard, okay? So here, right there, there's the icon that tells us we're in the demo sales app, and here's all the different assets inside of that app, okay? Now, inside of this app, there's a dashboard, there's 2 reports, and there's also this Wikipedia article. So for the most part, the stuff that's going to be in your report is going to be dashboards and reports, which we'll talk about in a second. But people can also stick other stuff in there. Like if I come down to this Wikipedia article, sure enough, it opens up the Wikipedia article on sales. So up here, we've got the morning coffee dashboard, and we've got these 2 reports. So you may have think you know what the term dashboard means, and you may be right. Within Power BI, though, it has a very specific definition. So if I pop back up here to morning coffee, right? In Power BI, a dashboard is a way of sort of gathering or aggregating visuals from lots of different reports onto one page. So here in this morning coffee dashboard, all the visuals you see on here are actually from the other reports in this app. So all of these visuals here are in either the executive sales overview or in the sales manager overview. So all these other report pages contain a bunch of visuals which have been aggregated in this morning coffee. The idea being that when you open up this dashboard, you can see sort of a highlight reel, the most important visuals from each page. And so if you care about one of them or something that looks interesting, like here I'm noticing that for British Columbia, our sales is beneath our goal. What you could do is you could come up here and just click on the tile. And if you'll notice, I've jumped from morning coffee down to sales to goal, which is where that visual comes from, right? Where that visual comes from. If I want to head back up here to morning coffee, I could just click on morning coffee. And I could say, okay, I've navigated to that. What if I care about this visual right here? I want to know what's up with our margin dollars in Canada. Why are they so much lower than the US? I could just click on that particular tile, and it'll take me from morning coffee to executive summary where that visual is, so I could do additional slicing and dicing. Now, one way to know that you're looking at a dashboard is that, generally speaking, dashboards, when you click on things in the dashboard, it takes you other places rather than interacting. But also, if you'll notice in the dashboard, there's this very strict grid. It's kind of this light gray in the background. You'll notice that all of the tiles on this page are a very similar size. By contrast, if I head over to maybe let's go to the product details page here. That's actually not a very good example. Let's go to the KPI over time. Notice that the sizing of the visuals is not quite on such a grid. Okay, that's one indication that you're in a dashboard versus a report. Another way to know that you're in a report is that a report will have multiple pages inside of it. A dashboard will never have a little thing that you could twirl down here to go into subpages, because dashboards don't have subpages. Reports, by contrast, are going to be made up of pages. They'll always have at least one. So here for this executive sales overview, if I want to go to that report, I'm just going to click on executive summary, which is the first page, right? And I can go through every single page inside that report, right? If I want to go at the pages of the sales manager overview, likewise, I could click on this page, or this page, or this page, okay? And just like that, that's all you have to do to navigate and interact with apps. If I want to head back to my main page, I hit this go back button, which will take me back here. If I want to go all the way back to home, I can again hit this home button, and that will take me all the way back home.